In the crush, it was inevitable that some of those caught in the middle would get injured. Most of those hurt were pickets. Some of them were brought out unconscious, and at least one was given the kiss of life by a policeman. One picket suffered a fractured skull. 20 police and pickets needed treatment. 3 are still in hospital. Then, with stones being thrown by some pickets from the back, the situation became much worse as some police tried to make arrests. It was indeed like a battlefield, with anger and real fear on both sides. As the foot police withdrew to their original line, their mounted colleagues went in and scattered the pickets.
Steady.
The police then moved forward again to clear the area, but the miners had already pulled back several hundred yards. During the day, which produced some of the ugliest scenes of the dispute so far, a total of 19 arrests were made. It was a day of violence much regretted by both sides, but which did nothing to heal the rift between them. This afternoon, another convoy left the works, but only a handful of miners had stayed to jeer the police and then leave themselves without more trouble. Jeremy Hands, News at 10, Orgreave, South Yorkshire.
A policeman who gave the kiss of life to an injured picket said afterwards he thought the man was dead. Sergeant George Watson had to try 3 times before he could get the man breathing again. He said it was deplorable that while police helped the injured, the pickets continued to throw stones. The pickets later denied that any missiles were thrown.
When them lads got injured, our lads backed off. We all backed off.
They kept shoving.
They kept shoving. We were trying to get our lads out what were injured. We don't want anybody injured. Nobody. We don't even want police injured as far as that's concerned. But when they face them in, that's when we get upset. We've come here peaceful. All right, everybody were pushing. Everybody were pushing. There were no wrong in that. There were no stone throwing at all. And then the goods and fetch us in because we were getting topside of them. That's why.
It started off with the pushing, but then, of course, you saw the missiles coming over. Unfortunately, several miners slipped out, or several of the pickets, whether they're miners or not, I don't know, slipped down onto the road and were trampled on by their own men who were pushing forward. Now, our concern was to get those people out of the crowd and into the ambulances, which we did. I had a second report that there were some officers trapped amongst a group of pickets over there and had become isolated. That's why I ordered the horses in to clear that area there.